Next, what we're going to see is like how to create our own table styles. We have seen how to create our point styles. Table styles are actually a bit different compared to the point styles. There is a lot of tiny intricate details that's there. So now we can see there are two types of tables that we have here. So one is one which looks different, and then the other one is the columns. If you look at the first the column in this one is like point number. It is point number, but the second one is easting. Whereas here we have raw description, and then we have elevation, northing, and easting. So whereas here it's different, and also it has got codes. So how do we manage adding more columns and change the columns and even the styling of it? So that is what we're going to see. So to do that, select the object. Anytime you want to change something relevant to that object or edit or create, you have to select a similar object, or you go and select a relative object. So even if I go to points, for example, I see something as called point labels. You can go there and then you can go and see, I can actually create a new table or copy the current selection, edit. So that can be done as well. The same way, if I go and select any table, I can go back again to table properties. There are two options here. One is table properties, which will take you back into the same screen where you can actually change the table style if you want, or you can create your own style. Or if you click on the second button that says edit table style, now what happens is it actually takes you to that particular table style where you can actually change things which is relevant to that table. All right. So now I'm just going to select this table, and then I'm going to click on the drop down here. I'm going to table properties, and we already have a table that is already there. So my suggestion is, rather than you create from scratch, generally it takes more time and effort. It's best to pick something which is close to what you want. There is two types of tables here. So you can pick something which is close to what you want, and then click on the drop down and then click on copy current selection. Okay. So once you are here, now what we could actually do is like we'll go and see what are the information that we can change. First thing is, let's give it a prefix. So let's gonna give RAG, and so that's basically prefix means that it's your table. Okay, write some description, and most cases why you want to write a description is like people want to know you created a new table, so people want to know why you created a new table and who created it, and who created it information that you can see it up here. But why you created it and what is its relevance, then you can type it here. Now two tabs. One is the data properties, like what you see on the table, the data. Okay. So now if you see, let's go one by one. The first thing is like table settings, which we have wrap text. If the text is too long, generally it will wrap the text. And maintain view orientation. This is like making it plan readable. So that means like based on the view, the table will automatically rotate. And the next thing is like, say for example, if I have this one, and then if I try to rotate it, let's get the view cube in. Okay, so now you can see the data is somewhere else, but you see the table is automatically rotated. Now, if I select this particular table and then if I click on the edit style, you can see the maintain view orientation is not actually checked. Whereas if I go to this one and then click on edit style, you can see this checked. So now if I go to this table style and then maintain the view orientation, click apply. Now you see this also works in that way. So that means what happens is this may not be perfect, but it tries to orient it in such a way that we can view it. And then if you try to go into a different view, it will still do the same thing. Okay, so I'm just going to put it back to normal. All right, so I'll select it. I'll go back again and go to table properties. And this time I'm going to pick the one which I already created. And then I'm going to click on edit. So first, data properties. So we know what is all this. Repeat the title in split tables. That means each table will have the same title. And then repeat the column headers in split tables so that each table will have the header column as well. And sort data, so ascending, descending, so you can choose those values. And then the text settings. Remember we talked about creating default text. And I'll be doing a separate video that based on like templates, what are the things that is needed. So text is one of the primary things. So as you can see, there is three types of text we predominantly use within Civil 3D, even within AutoCAD. So one is the title, another one is a header, another one is a data. So you can create three text and then use those text right up here. And then whatever the height that you specified for those text in the text style, you can override it here. So rather than you go and change the global settings in the text, you can actually override it here, and that will update in the table just for this instance. And now once that is all done, and this is where you actually control what is going to be on the table. And now you can see there is different types of information here. The first one is the table heading. So table title, we'll call it as table high title. You can select it and then you can choose the colors and stuff. So now you can say it has got an yellow and red. So now what I can do is like this is going to be my project point table. Okay. And then I can actually choose whatever the color that I want. Okay. Fancy it. Whatever you guys want to fancy it, you can fancy it. You can add symbols, you can justify, add the right left justification and all that. Click OK. And now if I click on apply, so let me zoom in closer so you can see it. So you can see it has been updated. Okay, so now if I go back again to edit style, now you can see automatically it takes you into that style and then I can start editing it. Same way, I can actually go and edit all the headers like the title. I can double click and then I can say, just remove the point, just leave the asterisk, and that will be just asterisk. Click on apply, it will update. And easting, northing, all these values, I can actually change it. And if I want to remove a column, click on that header and then delete. So that column is gone. And if I want to add a new column, you click on the plus sign. And then when you are here, before you add the title of the column, check if you are able to get the data for the column. So for that, I see the first one is the column width, where you can select it. And that's actually set to automatic, depends on the data. And the second one is the column value, where you can select it. The first one you can change to, of course, auto or manual. And the second one you can select it. You can click. When you go into that particular box, just double click. And then it takes you to this column. Now, there are two tabs, the same as what we did with the point styles. I can choose list of all the information that's up here. And then I can add one of those. Say, for an example, I will add a column that says locked point. So now I'm going to add this one. And then I'm going to change to a different color. Maybe I'll change to yellow. Click OK. Now, this type of information that I want to give to this header is, I can call it as locked status. Okay, I can change to a different fancy color that you want and then click OK. So now hit apply. Now you see it has got added a new column that says locked status. And the locked status shows whether these points are locked or not. Now I'm just going to click on OK. And then I'm going to find the point 100. So to do that, I'm going to my panorama view. Probably I'll select NS. And then you see the 100 point here. I can right click and there is an option that says lock. Or I can select the point or zoom into that particular point. I can select it. And there is an option to lock the point. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep the table in focus. Go to the 100th point and then right click and then click on lock. Now you see it automatically updates the table. Now this is only possible when you actually create the table with one setting, which is like if I go to add table, you see this behavior here. If this behavior is set to dynamic, every time you change that particular point, it will update the table. If you set it to static, if you update the points, if you even delete the points, the table is not going to be updated. All right, so that is basically how you edit the data and edit the style within the table. So next thing is like we go back again to edit table style, and this time we'll go for the looks. So for that, you go to the display tab, and then you can see there is two options here. You can edit the table style in the plan view. So what you see here is the plan view. And another one is a model space. For us, it's basically sort of same. So plan view is basically for plan productions and stuff. And so this is for model space, what you see here. Okay. Now go to plan, and you can see a lot of these other information like columns, border, text, and everything like that. So now let's say there is a fill here. It's basically turned off. I can click on that, turn it on, click apply. I see there is a fill that gets applied. I can turn it off. And overall border, I can turn it off. I see it removes the overall border. Apply, it comes back. Title separator, it goes away. And then head separator, it goes away. And then data separator, it goes away. So you can choose what information that you want for your table based on that. Okay, so that is one thing. Next thing is, you can see all of these things are actually set to by layer for the color. So that means you can actually go into these layers and then you can change the color of that layer. That will update the table. Okay, let's give it a go. So now let's say we got C tables line work. Okay, so I'm going to click OK, go to home, and line work, C tables line work. Okay, so now I'm just going to go and see if I can find that one. I'll go to all and then C dash tables line work. Okay, that's the one. So now that's a table. So now you can see it is in a particular color. So I can turn it off and to check. Okay, here that's a one. So we can change the color to, let's say, green, and that changes to green. All right, so that's basically how the layers are being used within the style. So if anything is set to by layer, you can directly go to the layer and you can actually change those things, and that will affect the actual object within that style. Okay, so I'm going to select again, go to table properties, edit table style. And so that's basically how you control things within here. Same way, the view direction, if you set it to model, and you can actually change things on and off when you're in the model space. And summary, everything that we have done so far, you can go and see all the things up here. So all the primary things, and you can go and change those ones. All right, so that's basically how you create your table style. And then, just another little bit of information is like, once the table is all created, you can select it, and then you see a bunch of tools that you can see to update the table. One is you can convert your table from a dynamic mode to static mode, and that way the table will become static. And the other one is update table content. That means it goes and checks all those points and then updates the table if it is not updated. Realign stacks, if the table is all overlapping and if it is not correct, you can click on realign stacks and then it will fix that one. And add items and remove items, you can add new points to the table collection or remove from it or replace items. So that's basically it. All right, so that's about the table style creation, guys. We'll see in the next video. Thank you so much and cheers.